Hello guys, this is Raviteja. Today is day 19 class. In this class, we are going to learn about S3 bucket. Okay, what is S3 bucket? Why we need S3 bucket? Why it is so important in AWS? What we can do by using S3 bucket? These are the things we are going to understand in today's class. What is S3? S3 stands for Simple Storage Service. Okay, and then S3 is used for storage purpose. We can upload, download, and access the files from S3. S3 is similarly Google Drive. We have Google Drive, right? By using Google Drive, we can store the data and retrieve the data, but we can't execute. Similarly, it is also like that. We can upload the files, download the files, and access the files from S3, but we can't execute the S3 files, right? S3 providing unlimited storage, and S3 is an object-based storage, and then we can't attach S3 to EC2 instance. Okay, we have EC2 instance, right? We can create EC2 instance and we can create S3 bucket, but we can't attach S3 to EC2. But we can access the S3 to EC2 as well. And we can't install any software in S3 bucket. Okay, we can't install any software in Google Drive, right? Similarly, we can't install any software in S3 bucket as well. S3 is a serverless. What is meant by serverless? It does not require any server. Similarly, like Lambda, Lambda is also doesn't require any servers, right? It is a serverless function like that. In S3, we will store data in buckets. By using buckets, we can store our data, whatever the data. The data might be text format or Excel format, audio files, video files, whatever it is, we can store the data in S3 bucket as well. And by using, if you want to retrieve the data from S3, you can also do. It is also possible from S3. Okay. And let me open PPT, then you can understand clearly what is S3 and why we need it. Okay. AWS Simple Storage Service, unlimited storage. It provides unlimited storage. Use case. Why should we use this? Like why S3 bucket? Before going to know S3 bucket, we have to understand some of the cases, use cases. Okay, we have some important data that needs to be stored. Most of the devices store our data in external hard disk. Suppose you have an important folder or important footers in that phone or PC, whatever it is. What you supposed to do is, even the system or mobile phone will collapse, our data will be lost. Before going to that, you have to store the data in external hard disks, right? So here, my assumption is also similarly like that. If this device is gone, then our data will also be lost, right? Then I have modified simply, which is this. Even one hard disk is also gone. I have another hard disk. In this, I have whatever the data I have stored in this hard disk, it will be there, right? But what it is means expense approach. The hard disk is around 5K or 6K, only one hard disk, and you have placed two hard disks, then the cost is very expensive, right? If you keep these disks in same location, there is a risk. Means you have placed these two in same places, you may get risk, right? The important folder is going to be stored in two different hard disks. The best approach is to, in this approach, we store the data in cloud and let cloud providers take care about of backups, right? Means you have a folder. By using that folder, you can store the data in cloud. everything, security, safety, everything will be provided by the cloud itself. If you deleted the folder by using cloud storage backups, you can retrieve the data. Okay, just you need to pay how much folders, what are the services you are using, you can pay for that only. And then next, okay. Okay, here are the cloud storage providers we have. There are multiple cloud storage providers that are available in the market. Depending on your use case, you can select one among them. Means what are the service you want. Depending upon your service, depending upon your use case, then you will be able to select what are the cloud you want. Here, number of cloud platforms we have. Mediafire, Microsoft OneDrive, and then Amazon S3. We are AWS students, right? So we are going to learn about Amazon S3. What is Amazon S3? Why we need? These are the things you can move forward and learn. Okay. Now introduction into S3. AWS Simple Storage Service is an object storage designed to store and retrieve any amount of data from anywhere. Here, object is nothing but folders, files, audio, text files, video, whatever it is the data. You can store the data in S3 bucket and retrieve the data from anywhere, anytime. It is designed for 99.19% availability. Durability is 99.99% availability. Okay. Durability means it is a long time. A long time will be stored the data. The aspect that makes AWS S3 so powerful or it's associated with features. Okay. Why S3 is most important in AWS? Why it is most popular in AWS means these are some features we have in S3. Those are versioning, encryption, logging, transfer acceleration, cross-region replication, events, request request, static web hosting, tagging. Today we are going to learn about only about versioning. Okay, the remaining things, the remaining features of S3 will be going to learn in further classes. But today we are going to learn about versioning only, and we can move forward. S3 terminology. There are two important terminology in AWS S3. Those are buckets. A bucket is need to be created, but we have to store the data in that bucket only. Objects means files, audio files, video files, text files, HTML files. Okay, images, whatever the data that is called it as objects here. Bucket names are unique across AWS namespace. Okay, the bucket name should be different because every region, whatever the buckets you have created, if you created Virginia region bucket, in Virginia you have created a bucket, right? Even you go to observe in California, the bucket will be displayed over there. So what we supposed to do is the bucket name is should be unique. If you given a simple name, then it won't be create. It won't be allowed to create because the name is already taken by someone else. Okay. Here you have to understand the S3 storage classes, and then AWS S3 standard. Here we have some of the storage classes. Those are um standard, standard frequently, standard infrequently, and then availability is on 1A, and then glacier, deep active. These are the things we have storage classes. Okay, now we have to understand what is S3 standard. S3 standard offers high availability, durability, and performance object storage for frequently accessed data. Here you can clearly observe that frequently accessed data. For frequently accessed data, it is having high availability, durability, and performance as well. It is designed for a durability of 99.11% of objects. Objects means files, folders, whatever the data we have stored in the S3. Okay, it is very expensive because it is frequently accessed data. It is should be in first side, so it takes so much of cost. And then standard one, it is also a storage class. Okay, it is data that is accessed less frequently but requires rapid access when needed. Comparing storage cost of 1 TB data stored in S3 based on the accessibility patterns. Means it is having infrequent data we can store in this storage class. Okay, and then after infrequent data, and then on June A, when we have to understand Amazon S3 Glacier. Suppose what I supposed to telling is if you have the data in frequently accessed standard, in the standard you have five folders, five files, file data you have, but you are accessing only four for every day. The one file or one folder is not need to be accessed daily. Then what should be supposed to do is it should be go to infrequent access data. Then the cost is some reduced because we are not using that file, right? Infrequently accessed data, so it is going to be stored in infrequent access data. Even that also we are not supposed to accessing, then it should be going to for further like availability zone 1A, like that. That also we are not using, then it is going to be glacier. So the cost is going to be reduced, not increased, right? So you can clearly observe that $23.44 here. Then whenever the file or folder not accessing the folder is going to be stored in glacier, the cost is very less, right? After that we have one thing, okay, which is overview of intelligent typing. Okay, just now I told what is Azure intelligent tiering is primarily designed to optimize the cost, automatically moving data most cost effective tier. Okay, you can clearly observe organization stores terabytes of data. Okay, every organization will be storing terabytes of data in cloud, right? Okay, intelligent tiering. Now, overview of S3 intelligent tiering. The S3 intelligent tiering works by storing data in one of the two access types. Okay, frequent access type. Okay, it is very costly. Infrequent access type much cheaper. Okay, here you can clearly observe that infrequently access type I have five folders or files, five data files you have, right? I am going to access only three folders daily, three files daily only. Okay, these two are not accessing. Then what is supposed to do is the two new I'm not accessing files should be stored to infrequent access type. Then the cost is will be reduced rather than previously, right? Here you can clearly observe that there is a smart automation system. Whenever you are accessing only three files frequently, the remaining two are going to be stored in infrequent access type. Okay, it is comes under the smart automation system. So by suppose you are accessing this file in daily, it is going to be come to frequency access type, right? If you are also accessing this file daily, then it is also going to be stored in frequent access type. So depending upon the use case, frequently accessing data, it is going to be stored, or whether it is to be frequent access type or infrequent access type, depending upon the accessing the files infrequently, right? Okay, revising S3 uh, intelligent tiering. Amazon S3 monitor access patterns of the objects in S3 intelligent tiering and moves the that have not been accessed for 30 consecutive days to the instance. Okay, here what they are supposed to do is initially the files are stored need to be stored in frequently access type, right? If you are not accessing up to 30 days, then it is going to be stored in frequent access data. Otherwise, it is should be in frequently accessed data. Okay, after 30 days, you are not using that file or folder. It need to be stored in infrequent access type. Okay, this thing we are understand here. A monthly monitoring and automation fee is charged as per a object level. Okay, means if you are accessing daily in this frequently accessed data, the cost is high. You are not accessing, it is going to be stored here. Okay, the fee is depending upon the folders or objects, right? This way we have to understand here. And then storage classes on Gen AI. Okay, here you can understand these are the storage classes as 3 standard, infrequent, okay, standard 1A, one zone, glacier, glacier departure. Okay, uh, here you can understand designed for durability and then designed for availability. Okay, availability zones. Okay, if you store the data in S3 standard means it is frequently accessed data, right? The data is going to be stored in greater than or equal to 3. Means 3 availability zones, your data is going to be stored, right? Coming to this infrequent access type, it is also be stored in 3 availability zones. Standard one AI is also be stored 3 availability zones. Coming to one zone AI, it is going to be stored only one availability zone. If the availability zone gone, our data will also be gone. Come to S3 glacier, it is also going to be stored in 3 availability zones or greater than 3 availability zones as per our requirement. S3 glacier departure, okay, it is going to be stored similarly greater than or equal to 3. Okay, what is the minimum capacity for object? This is 280 KB we have, then only we will be able to store the data in this format. Okay, minimum storage is 30 days, 30 days. Okay, glacier for 90 and departure for 80 days. Means how many days you have to store the data in that uh, storage classes. Okay, these are the things you have to understand. Okay, now we are going to learn, we are going to understand. Okay, we have to understand how to create S3 bucket, how we can assign the folders in this. Okay, these are the things we can understand. Okay, S3 scalable storage in the cloud, right? Open this. First, what we supposed to do is I am going to create a bucket. In that bucket, I want to create a folder. In that folder, I have to store the data. Okay, click on general purpose buckets, create bucket, and just come down here. We're going to select general purpose bucket name. This should be unique. DevOps with Ravi. S3 bucket. Okay, and then just come down. ACL. These are the things you can understand in further. Okay, for today, we are going to understand this. Bucket versioning should be enabled, and then just come down, create bucket. Okay, I have created the bucket that will be showing here, which is DevOps with Ravi S3 bucket, right? Click on this. Okay, in this I don't have any folders, files, any objects I don't have, right? If you want to create a folder, in that folder you have to upload some files. Then what you're supposed to do is click on create folder. Folder name is DevOps. Then just come down, click on create folder. The folder is going to be create. If you want to store the data in this bucket, you can directly go to click on upload and then uh, upload here. That is going to be stored in S3 bucket. If you want to store the data in this folder, then click on this uh, actions. Okay, upload, add files or folders, whatever the data you can also add it. Here I would like to add folder as well. Click on desktop, DevOps course, upload this. Okay, come down, click on upload. It takes much time. Okay, I have uploaded the data. I have uploaded the objects in this folder only. Okay, click on buckets, click on this. Okay, I have a folder. In that folder I have some data, which is this folder. And just come down. These are the things I have, right? This way you can store the data in this folders. Now what I supposed to do is I want to store the data in bucket only. Okay. Whenever you click on this upload, then it is going to be stored in bucket only. Whenever you click on this folder and upload them, that is comes under the DevOps folder, right? I want to store the data in S3 bucket only. Add files. Okay. Select them and open this. And then just come down. Click on upload. Whatever the data we have, we can store the data in S3 bucket. Okay. Whether it might be audio, video, text, whatever it is, you can store the data and retrieve the data as well. But you can't execute them. You click on buckets. This is our bucket, right? Click on this. Okay. In this, I have uploaded the data, so that's why this is comes under here. Whenever you click on this folder, click on this folder, you can observe what are the data you have stored in that folder. Okay. This is the process we have for tomorrow. We are going to understand why should we need versioning. By using versioning, what we can do. There is a cross-regional replication. Whenever the versioning should be enabled, then only we will be able to possible cross-region replication as well. Okay. These are the things we can understand for today tomorrow's class. Now, how to delete them? Do refresh. Click on buckets and just come now. Click on this. Delete this. Okay, this should be empty because I have stored some data, right? So first we should be do empty. It's just come down. Okay, enter permanently delete here. Click on empty. Okay, go back, click on this bucket, delete this. Okay, give the bucket name what we have created, and then just delete this. Okay, the bucket has been deleted bucket. Okay, this is the process to have. Okay, if you have any queries, please let me know in the comments. I will definitely give a reply to you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys.